is beautiful, isn't it? In its own way. Now that I have had a moment to examine the ward, it'll be a simple ritual to open the doors. However, it will take a few moments to complete, and I expect my efforts will not go unnoticed. Just so. I say, you are a learned assistant. Remind me to raise Enderwin's guild stipend after this is over. She's truly a mage of great intelligence. Are you ready to begin? Be wary, assistant. Here they come! If you'll allow me. Fascinating! Curse it! I can't use my hands! Assistant?
To my web, mortals.
The Daedric Prince herself in these tunnels, I should have known.
Do be quiet, Artificer. Your companion is far more intriguing. Come, child. Speak with me.
Trust nothing she says, assistant.
Such a lovely warmth against the temple's stones. So good to smell pumping blood in these halls again. I am as the Artificer named me, Mephala, web spinner, debaser, and consumer. Have you enjoyed sparring with my newest Death Weavers? Nothing like an empty mind. Waiting, yearning for purpose. The lost city, the lost faithful, the great Artificer, all tremble in the web of Mephala. I have no answers for you, child. None that would satisfy you anyway. No, take your Artificer and go. The temple doors are open. You've done your part here today.
My. So the Arbadon cult has been spun into Mephala's web. Fascinating. Worrying, to be sure, but fascinating. It's clear entering the temple was a poor choice. My enthusiasm for discovery has caused problems like this before. I imagine Enderwin would be happy to provide you a list of past occurrences, but I digress. The temple must be resealed. Nothing. Just stand there, assistant, and observe. Using a novel application for hermetic harmonic resonance, I shall completely seal the temple. Airtight this time, if you will. No allowing Mephalah's influence to leak out. This should be the work of a moment. Just need to attune this spell matrix. Mephalah, you face Tallinger the Artificer. Learn what it means to snare one such as me in your web.
No! How dare you, mortal!
I am the Artificer, madam. That's why I dare. I believe Mephalah's reaction was proof. The temple is sealed. Well done there, I suppose. Oh, indeed. I'm sure in time the Arbadon will return to themselves. It's a shame we didn't discover where the Falinesti have gone. It may have to remain one of Tamriel's great mysteries. Thank you, Assistant. I'm already beginning to plan our next field mission. I'm thinking one of the Plains of Oblivion. It's been some time since I perused the stacks in Apocrypha, for example. Oh, they'll be quite all right. With the Daedric influence removed, they'll return to their old selves very soon. Actually, that's worth studying. I think I'll leave some students behind to observe their behavior. For all we've learned here, the Falinesti faithful may be a better resource to answer that question, or at least a more entertaining one. Some of their stories are quite fanciful, you know. Oh, they'll be quite all...
Perhaps he'll listen to me. For once, I swear I think it's a miracle of the Divines that any of his students last past the first year.
Why am I stuck in it?
Did it go well? Do you have the samples? Thank you, Traveler. The Falinesti will remember your stewardship. As a reward, I offer you the chance to see a ritual few outsiders have ever seen.
I miss roasting pupil scribs over a fire. So sweet and airy, with a hint of crunch.
Root, earth, water grow, spirit of the green sprout and show. And we wait.
Who disturbs me?
Excellent. Go ahead, my new friend. Speak to it.
Something is different. Something has changed. I am of the green, of the dark and growing depths. My lifeblood pulses through the roots. My skin smells of loam. For now, I sense a darkness, a growing corruption. If the grove tenders are kept away from their charge much longer, it may begin to fade. Falinesti, it is gone. Yes, I can sense its absence. Like a hole in my heart, it still walks somewhere. This land has greater worries. The stone and metal down in the depths beneath the soil, locked away in darkness, whispered to the keepers. Now quiet, the whisperer silent again. Peace returns to the grove.
last of them. Oh, thank feck. Hurt you, but now I'm going to. Damages.
Circle around!
long as I take 5 or 6 of them with me, I...
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. Can never have enough of that.
The Queen and the Sylvanar are safe, as long as we are on watch.
We may be far from the front, soldier, but there's still much to do. Now report.
Valenwood still exists because you defeated the
The Khajiit have been surprisingly friendly to us.
We had to abandon everything when the Colovians attacked.
This one's good-for-nothing brother Monyat sleeps all day. But Raban is happy to help you.
High elf cooking? No, too dry. Wood elf cooking, like sweet. You will find no better than Shashirba's authentic Khajiiti cooking. This one has traveled Tamriel to bring the finest arcana to you.
I generally find the Khajiit's grasp of knowledge lacking, but I'm impressed.
Can't seem to get ahead here. I sell to the nobility.
This one suggests you keep your eyes on your coin purse. The wood elves aren't to be trusted.
Only the finest wares here.
My brother did the right thing. That Altman was a pompous ass. Can you move, please? You're blocking my view.
What they put in that white-eye brandy? Oh, Sanguine's breath. I'm ruined. The relics are all gone. The papers are due today. Tellinger will never take me on now. Traveller, you've got to help me. I'm trying for an apprenticeship with Tellinger the Artificer. He gave me several relics to study. I was supposed to write a paper about each one. I might have started celebrating early. I have to finish writing and get those relics back. There's no way I can do both in the condition I'm in. Can you track down the relics for me while I finish my work? I've done all the research, I just have to get it written down. Oh, thank you, Traveller. The barkeep at the Waxing Crescent Inn. I think his name was Duzalja. He has one of them and can probably tell you where to look for the others. We have to get the relics back before Meldil makes an appearance. Let's see. I was given a quartz idol, a necklace, and an urn. Which do you want to know about? That one at least was easy. A claw necklace with Daedric runes. A holy relic of Hircine. One of the Bosmeri werewolf packs, if I had to guess. No idea how Tellinger got a hold of it. It looks like it used to be some kind of Khajiit ritual icon. It was carved from a large piece of quartz, but time's worn it down. I think it dates back to the time of mange and injury. I hope I'm right. That's the relic the barkeep has. That one I'm still not sure of. It's clearly of Nord design, very old. It has symbols on it relating to death in Sovngarde. I could hear whispers when I held it to my ear. I'm still trying to puzzle out the iconography. One of Tellinger's apprentices. The Great Mage is sending him to review my work. And if our first meeting was any judge, he's a thrice-damned stuck-up son of a... Anyway, it would be bad if the relics were missing. Oh, it's a little fuzzy, but I think I drank so much I couldn't pay my tab. If I'm remembering it right, I said something like, "This crappy quartz thing should cover it, Catman." I don't have a good excuse. I had quite a lot to drink. And I have to assume I gave away or sold the other relics like I did the quartz idol. Perhaps to some of the other patrons.
May the moons watch over you and always guide your steps.
This one has heard some dark words about Pa'alat's master. He does not know if this green Raindrow can be trusted.
Hello, hello. This one has tasty foods for the hungry. What can Duzal get you? Ha, that one. Yes, Dulzalja served the elf. He came, he drank, he sang, and at the end of the night, he couldn't pay his tab. Gave me a hunk of old quartz instead, he did. Why do you ask? Well, I don't know. Your friend did run up quite a tab. Perhaps you'd pay it off for him. Or perhaps you do old Dulzaljar a favor instead. Such respect! I'm not used to that tending bar. Here, take your quartz, and tell that elf he's lucky to have a friend like you. He spent a lot of time talking to one of the mages from the guild. Darius, I think his name is. They were admiring an old urn together. I think Darius left with it, come to think. So he might be one to talk to. Good luck with that Darius fellow at the Mages Guild. And of course, let me know if I can get you something.
I slave away in this hot kitchen, but Duzal still buys meat pies from Shah-Sirba. I need to learn her secret.
And you
Khalees was just telling us about you. New blood, she called you. Know what would break that unfortunate epithet? Winning a combat tournament.
Ah, the new blood. You've come far, my friend. Are you sure you want to ask me? I don't hand out milk runs like those soft arms in Oridon. There's hope for you yet, new blood. Seek out the island called Blackheart Haven. It's a hotbed of pirates and privateers. And it's where Captain Blackheart anchors his infamous warship, the Black Oath. Fiercest pirates you've ever met. Never been stopped. Run rampant for years, doing whatever it is they please. An Undaunted would do very well to face them down and survive.
The Empress of Bone is thirsty! Buy her a drink, now! Is it not obvious? I'm the Empress of Bone, the only one that the Undaunted have got. Because I love bones, fashionable and practical. Once tore a rib right out of an orc. Do you know how hard that is? Orc bones are like steel. Then I clubbed the bastard unconscious with it. That is what the Empress of Bone said! Excellent! The sober world bores and infuriates the Empress of Bone. Selene's web, buried in the jungles of Reaper's March, is a forest, untamed. Few bother to venture there, nothing to see, nothing to find, but a large contingent of guild mages was seen in and out of there recently. The Empress doesn't care. The only thing the Empress knows is that where there are mages, there are bones, carried in their pouches and their bodies if they prove to be troublesome. The Empress would go, but the Empress has a drink to finish.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm waiting for someone here. Someone who's trying my very last nerve.
This one has much to offer. From as far away as the Somerset Isles. Enchanting and mystical.
It will take more than steel to keep the Colovians at bay.
May Arcade drive back the darkness, forevermore.
Take this thing. Everyone's going to think I'm a thief. An incompetent thief! I won an urn off a wood elf last night in a game of cards. Turns out the blasted thing is cursed. I was deciphering some runes on the base when strange little wisps started to float out of it. And now the wisps are carrying things back to the urn. Yes! Now every time I turn my back, more stuff appears. Will you help me out? I've enchanted a little crystal I think can capture the wisps, but I don't want anyone to see me. I think I'm in enough trouble as it is. I'll be happy to part with it. Just get near one of the wisps and point the crystal. The Arcano Matrix I've imbued into it should trap them for you. Once you've collected them up, come on back. I think you got them all. I haven't seen any wisps in a few minutes. The 8 keep you, it's yours. Don't know why anyone would want the damn thing, or that other fob that silly elf was playing with. I did. He was pretty deep in his cups, and this Khajiiti girl came on to him strong. Said she loved jewelry with claws. How handsome he was. You know, she talked him into giving her the necklace, and was gone before he even realized what he'd done. She's a local. Works some of the market stalls. Think her name's Kuzi. You should be able to find her over in the marketplace, waiting on a job.
You're a strong one, aren't you? Kuzi likes the strong ones. Oh, yes. Kuzi remembers him. Kind of cute, but not very bright. And yes, he gave Kuzi a claw necklace. Ugly, ugly. But she knew she could sell it. Oh, yes. Atreus, the merchant. He's always looking for ugly little relics, like that necklace. Kuzi thinks he is gone already. He said something about going south, making for Hadron's caravan.
The Altmer don't seem to think we're capable. Well, we'll show them who can fight.
Curse every werewolf breathing! This is the last straw! I'm retiring. Werewolves happened, traveler. Flea-ridden beasts came out of nowhere, destroyed my cart, killed my men, and ran off with my goods. I'm only alive because I played dead. Everything! After the attack, some of them turned back into wood elves and went searching through my pack. Said they were looking for a totemic necklace. That damn claw bauble that Kuzi sold me. Stupid cat! Never trust a smiling Khajiit. I'll be fine. They got my leg here, but Raw Ka isn't that far. I'll make it back on my own. This is it, though. I've survived my last caravan assault. I'm going to sell my stores and buy a nice quiet inn somewhere. I'm done. Yes, Weeping Wind Cave. It's east of Willow Grove. Sounds like they have a whole little werewolf pack there. Freaks. Stab them, traveler, or burn them, or whatever you do. Show them you can't cross Atreus Axilla and live.
Moons, bright moons above, the hallowed. Please, if you have a moment, would you help poor Fellery? Fellery has been working with a wood elf to bridge the divide between our peoples. Before the Dominion, you might know, the March saw much violence between Valenwood and elsewhere. We've worked to return home the bones and relics of our ancestors. Word of our efforts spread to a group called the Dawn Mead Bandits. Scum, they peddle skooma and steal from villages in the south. They attacked Nethrin, and this one fears all our efforts will be for nothing. She hates to ask, but will you help? You are a bright moon in Fellery's sky. Thank you. You can find Nethrin recovering in the tavern. He's beside himself with worry. Of course. What would you like to know? A recent development. Fellery thinks it's a good sign that you can see the world so. Things were not always this way. The Wood Elves of Valenwood and the Khajiit of elsewhere fought often in the March, for land and for power. We mostly find what we seek in mass graves, sad markers of ancient battlefields. Truth be told, most of what we uncover is worthless. But if it brings even small comfort, if it bridges the divide at all, it is worth it. A green speaker of Valenwood from the Grotwood. He has proven himself a thoughtful and sensitive mer. A good partner in this cultural exchange. He has taken his setback very hard.
Please, stranger. I'd like to drink alone right now. The green bless that cat. Yes, the damned Dawnmead. Those skooma-peddling bastards will do anything for some coin. Even rob those who would right ancient wrongs. Did she tell you of the work? I'm fine to stand, but my leg is fairly torn up. I'm not much use on the road right now. Meanwhile, I have researchers digging at sites all over the march, uncovering bones and relics for the project, not knowing about the bandits. Yes, if they haven't been already. We have diggers at sites near Thormar and Willow Grove, and a team out searching for a third. Both sites saw massive battles between our two peoples. We just wanted to see those bones home. No, I mean yes, but please, get the relics. Find what you can at the sites. If the bandits have attacked, people are dead. If not, those relics can be removed and the researchers will be safe. Just don't let the work falter. Don't let it fail. You're doing the Green's work. On behalf of the Dominion and my men, thank you. We didn't think anything of it at the time, but some young ones were hanging around one of the sites last week. Dawnmead. I guess they think we're digging up valuables. We hired some blades to protect the sites, but we didn't have much coin.
Have you heard?
My father and his father fought Khajiit. Right here in the march, they drew steel against the beastmen of the east. When the forest spoke to me, I knew I wanted my life to be different. This is my way of making a difference.
Fighting in Cyrodiil, the Imperials eat each other alive.
Welcome to the temple at Ralka, Moon Hallowed. This one knows Hallowed. Former main Akuzri is here. Preparations have begun. Your path to the Two Moons dance begins here and now. The champions are here. They awaited your arrival with great enthusiasm. Are you ready to join them within? Excellent. The Queen, the Sylvanar, even the fallen light Akuzri is within. This one's superior, Kauzana Bijo, awaits you at the dais. Follow Hadamdo, Hallowed. Mistress Kauzana Bijo will set you on your path, Hallowed. Good luck.
My friend, it's good to see you again. I'm thrilled I could persuade Aselmo to trek out here. We need to support Akuzri and the champions. This is a vulnerable moment for our fragile new dominion. Cautious might be a better word. Since the Dominion formed, there has been a great deal of political turmoil. The Old Guard in Oridon, resistance to King Camoran's rule, and now the spiritual leader of the Khajiit corrupted by a dark spirit. I've known the Speaker and the Main for years and have every confidence in them. I've spoken to Shazar and Kali here in the temple, and I'm most impressed. The Somerset Isles will support elsewhere, come what may.
I know that scent. Green keep you, my friend. The Sylvanar and I are well pleased that we could be here to support the Khajiiti people. Oh no. My people are deeply divided. I believe this is one of the most vulnerable moments our fragile dominion has faced. King Camoran himself felt he had to remain in Balinwood, stay close to the people, keep them from worrying. I've spoken with the champions, taken in their scent. They seem lean, strong, flexible, much like my Sylvanar. I feel they do not have the experience, the age that the Main should have, but I'm willing to watch and wait and see.
My friend, isn't this amazing? It's my first time on the borderlands of Valemwood, and my first time in a Khajiit temple. I'm honored to be here today.
This one is humbled to stand before the moon, hallowed. You have done so much for Akuzri's people. More than he has done in some time, he thinks. You speak falsely. As this one said at Arentia, Akuzri is the main no more. The touch of darkness, the stain of Javadarn's creature remains. He can never atone for what he did. This one has known Shazza and Kali since they were cubs, since their days at the temple. They are strong, proud women. Our people will be in good hands, whoever walks the Two Moons path. Hallowed, strange to refer to you by that title after everything else you've done for the Dominion. But then, I suppose this was ordained in the moonlight, yes? News of Akuzri's fall has spread as fast as the wind. All of Elsewhere is talking about these two young women. As you probably know, this is the first time we've had two candidates for the main at the same time. There's a great deal of talk. I signed the Elden Accord. The people trust me. They trust my judgment. They know that I will serve ably as speaker to the next main. With my help, the people will grow to love her.
Everyone has gathered for the ceremony, and now with your arrival, we are ready to begin. The ceremony begins with consumption of the moon sugar elixir. This unique brew will make your mind more receptive to the touch of Joan and Jode. We have prepared the temple for this unique trial. Never, in recorded history, have there been two candidates for the position of main. You will walk with each champion, meeting their guides and exploring their past. Every candidate that undergoes this ritual is met by a figure from their past. The trial path is meant to cleanse the candidate of doubt and regret. The guide aids in that process. The moon sugar elixir is the gateway to the ritual. It allows you to open the doors of your mind, bask in the light of the moons. The touch of Joan and Jode will permeate your senses. Every main walks 3 paths. The life path is spent growing and loving and learning. The ceremony, here today, begins their trial path. After the cleansing at the temple, each candidate faces a trial unique to the course of their life path. To prove worthy, a candidate must walk the trial path to its conclusion. Here in the march, that is the temple at Dune. Here Shazza or Kali will walk the final path. The Two Moons path. We may speak more of that day later, Hallowed. Never. The champions were born under a unique alignment of the stars and moons. All candidates are. But never, in all our history, have twins been born at the exact right time together. Eventually, after all, a decision will have to be made. There cannot be 2 mains. Eventually, a decision will have to be made between Kali and Shazza. And as Moon Hallowed, you will be the one to make that decision. Excellent. Let us begin. We have gathered here to usher the champions on to their next path. The trial path. These 3 cups contain moon sugar elixir, a sacred potion. They will allow the light of the moons into your souls. Champions,
step forth and drink the elixir. This third cup is for the Moon Hallowed, who will walk with the champions on their path. Hallowed, step forward and drink the elixir.
Ugh, that elixir. I can't get the taste off my tongue. Do you feel more enlightened? I just feel a little sick. Yes, just a little nervous. Damned moon sugar roiling my stomach. It's this ceremony. Just irritating formality. Dull claws, let's get this over with. Ready? The sooner we're done with this, the better. Let's go. Colovians here? These bastards killed my mother. Let's take them out. Colovian bastards! Where are you? I know there are more of you. I can smell you. Come out and face me! What's going on here?
You draw your sword when you're frightened, Kali. Just like when you were a little girl.
Mother? Is that you?
Even as a cub, you were filled with such anger. After I died, that anger grew. Now, you laugh and curse in turn.
Mother, Nemu, we lost you so long ago. And you were gone so much. Why are you here?
I know, Kali. But you and Shazah had each other. A bond that transcends your rage. Now, face your past. Face my rage. Pray at the lunar shrines. Know what has come before. That you may face what lies ahead at Moonmund. Channel your passion, Kali. Protect your sister and our people. Become what you were born to be.
Wait! Don't go!
Captain, you have to pull back. There's too many of them.
Get my daughter out of here, Sergeant. I'll hold them off. Die, Colovian dogs! Is this all you've got, you bastards? Come at me!
Ha! They sent a house cat to fight their battles. Desperate failure.
Kali! Shazah! Be safe.
My mother. I can't believe it. Why? Mother was a great warrior, a commander. She led a squad in the campaign to retake Orcrest and Riverhold from the damned Colovians. That was almost 20 years ago. Ha! Why are you even asking? I'm fine. I've known I'd be facing something dark in here since I was a cub. The monks made it very clear. Here, wherever we have to go next, the Two Moons path, this is not an easy journey. The monks taught us that once we complete this moon's blasted cleansing, we'll have to face some kind of challenge before we walk the final path. We should see hints as to where we must go before all of this is over. Mother was very well respected in our militia. She used to train the cubs from a young age in the use of claw and blade. Shazah used to sit and read after training, and we'd all take turns practicing tumbles and leaps. She was such a good teacher. Cities in elsewhere, to the east of Dune. When Shazza and I were young, the Colovians annexed most of the northern part of the province. They thought our people were too weak from the Nahatan flu to fight back. A terrible disease. It took many people from the face of Tamriel. Actually, how we lost our father. Kali is ready. Why, do you need more time to rest? If I know anything about these spirit journeys, we will most likely face that general as our final test. And I am eager to put my blade into his side. You killed my mother, you bastard!
You bastards!
My blade has tasted the blood of my mother's killer. I should feel happy, righteous, but I don't feel anything. The monks taught us that this cleansing would open old wounds, and I expected to feel triumph, victory, like any day in the field. But here, he was just another threat to put down. I think I understand what my mother was telling me. Who I fight is not the question I should ask. The question I should ask is, why do I fight? I fight to protect those I care for, and perhaps someday, those I lead. Thank you, Hallod. I could not have done this without you.
I heard that people were beaten and starving down in that Tower of Lies prison. I wonder if they were hungry enough to... Never mind.